Okay guys, welcome back. So, we're going to do these two engines here probably in separate videos, but we're going to go over this little HPI here. I might be able to get a break in my freaking 3.3 today if the weather permits, because it is freaking terrible here at the moment. So, HPI never made their own engines. These are actually made by Toki Manufacturing in Japan. And we're going to get that. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, I don't think these screws are going to want to come out very easy. I got a trick to fix that, no problem. But, yeah. Anyways, so hopefully, if everything goes to plan today, I don't have to go back to work right away and get that done. Like I said, being a landscaper is a difficult job because you never have 5 minutes by yourself. Especially when it's firewood season. Oh man, this thing is just stuck. Really gummy. Ugh. Oh, it's coming out. There we go. Okay, stuck pretty good. Alright, we're going to take and heat this guy up. A lot of people go, oh, heating up engines is bad for them. No, it's not. It's all common sense, man. Like, if you're going to be an idiot, then you're going to have issues, but they're also running a brake clean, or carb clean, so I don't got any of that left, so we're just going to use everyone's favorite libation, WD-40, to clean things, and then oil everything up after. I'm just going to get some heat to help expand that aluminum away from those crusty screws. And for everyone's positive feedback in the videos, man, I really appreciate all the kind words. You guys are awesome. And again, James Hot Hoopty Nitro there. Go check out his YouTube channel or give him a subscribe. Tell him the bug sent you. There's Nitro Freak and there's Rajay 111 and Curtis Baker's another really good dude. And there's a ton of them out there. Hybrid's another really good one. I'm sure you guys know who he is. 2-speed, baby. Not ripping him off, just putting it out there. Ooh, those are awful tight. I'm gonna put some liquid ranch. It doesn't taste like ranch, in case you're wondering. I did that taste test for you. No, I don't drink penetrating oil, but things do happen. Oh man, those feel awful tight. Oh, that one's coming. So I thought we'd do this together just to show you what to do in a situation like this. Oh, that one's coming. Smelly. Kind of smells like shaving cream, that stuff. Not bad. It's definitely better than WD-40, I can tell you that. Oh, yeah. Okay, usually these engines came with Phillips head screws, which were just an absolute nightmare to remove. If you ever do run into cylinder head screws that are kind of being a bastard to take out, left-hand drill bits are your best friend. They'll grab and extract the screw most of the time for you. Okay. There's no aluminum chunks in those. Very good. How hot is that? Fucking hot. Alright, well I'm just going to cool this off for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So I just don't really have to. I mean, it's not really a good idea to do it too much, but I mean, it was just a little too hot for my fingers, so just cool it down underneath my kitchen sink a little bit. It does look like a 15. Yep. Don't worry about water. That's fine. Also, these engines is really, really freaking important with these little 15 and 12 HPIs. That crank is still stuck freaking butt good. Let's see if it'll turn. Oh yeah, that went. Okay. Let's get that down to the bottom. Alright. So with these, there is no locator pin around the top of the cylinder head here, around the top of the block deck. There is a little notch in the sleeve right here that lines up with one of the castings. You have to line up your your sleeve inside your exhaust port until it's absolutely perfect. And that little notch should line up right there too. So we're going to take out that sleeve. These are an ABN engine, so that means that they're not chrome plated. They are aluminum nickel brass, not aluminum nickel, or no, aluminum chrome brass, whatever. Yeah, anyways. So another important thing with these engines is note the direction the piston goes. Very important with these. And I'll show you. So when we remove the wrist pin, or the connecting rod I should say, you look at the piston, there's a hole in one side. Whatever you do, also do not lose that little Teflon puck, because if you do, the engine will last 10 seconds and kill itself. So you can put this piston in any direction, but the direction you want it is so that when you look through the exhaust port, it's like that. If you can see that window in the piston through the exhaust port, it will never ever run. And I've gotten so many of these engines, including these OS 12 and 15s and stuff, that someone has accidentally put the piston in wrong, like that, and it just won't run. Nothing will happen. It won't start, won't pop, won't do a damn thing. So if you see that window in the exhaust, through the exhaust port like that, that hole, take the piston out and turn it so it's like that. Just something to keep in mind. Right, on with the show here. Let's check to see. This cylinder and piston probably has absolutely zero pinch. Oh yeah, that's worn right into the brass. I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of see it. Let's see, a flashlight down there. You can kind of see it right. The camera's kind of shit for this, but you can see right there, it ran right into the brass. And that's usually the reason, because someone probably ran it. Oh yeah, it's fucking done. But someone ran it with not enough castor oil in the fuel. And these old HPI engines like this, these old 12 and 15s, really do need extra castor oil in the fuel to stay alive. And people don't know that, and they run them with 8% oil and kill them. Right, so I'm going to take and clean this stuff up, and I'll be right back. And if your crank is kind of fouled up like this one is, just take a little bit of WD. It's not a very good cleaner. It's not really good at mostly anything, but except for removing water. And just take a little bit of this is 3000, and just buff it a little bit. Just enough to take that black shit off. You're not trying to remove material here, and that'll make the crank easier to get in and out next time. Because sometimes these cranks get so stuck, you'll try to take them out and they come out with the bearings. So, just kind of, that's enough. No more than that. And then, because we don't have any carb clean or brake clean, use a little bit of everyone's favorite libation here. Just a little bit to wash things off. This engine's pretty fucking shot, but the bearings feel alright. So we're just going to go in with a little bit of motor oil, a little bit of engine oil in that crankshaft. I should actually clean the center of the crank. I mean, this engine's never going to run again. I mean, if I do find, I might have the parts in stock, but we'll see what we got. That crank back in, see that? Slides nice and easy. We get our piston. Remember, do not lose that little Teflon puck. Whatever you do, you'll be screwed if you do that. Put some oil up in that wrist pin there. These are a brass connecting rod, by the way, or brass or bronze or whatever the hell they're made out of. Some sort of material. And remember, I'm going to put that near the top. And that hole faces where it says HPI without the exhaust port. So it's going to look like that on the exhaust port side. Just going to grab our little pliers here, and like I said, I've even made that dummy mistake before of rebuilding one of these and put the piston in the wrong way. Oh yeah, see, look, I just did it. See the window? See the hole? Wrong. Just like that. It could happen that easy and you don't even notice it. And thought, why in the hell doesn't it start? It's a brand new engine. There we go. You see no hole in the cylinder there, or the piston there, so yeah, see? Very easy mistake to make if you're not paying attention. You don't. It's not even that fact that you're not paying attention. It just shit happens. But you know, it's not the end of the world if it does happen. It's just a slight inconvenience. So we're gonna line up our exhaust port, which is a big oval one right here. Wiggle our piston up and down. It should go in there pretty easy. There we go. Like I said, line it up so that notch is facing the little scratch here and there in the back of the block. And it should look like that. And let's get a flashlight down there so you guys can see what the hell I'm looking at. Like that. The light reflection is pretty bad, but yeah, line it up as best as you absolutely can. Like that. You're good to go. Rotate it. Make sure that hole, you can't see it in the piston like I was mentioning before. We're going to throw our cylinder head back on. Looks like the head gasket's missing out of there. There should be a thin aluminum gasket. But whoever took it apart before I did, I guess, took it out and thought, oh yeah, I got more compression out of it, Ned. Yeah, don't do that. And then people often, you know, if the engine's traveling this way, people often run them with the cylinder heads wrong like this. So if the engine's traveling this way, the air is blowing against the side of the head. It's not blowing through the fins. You want to orientate the fins towards the direction of which the engine's traveling, which makes the most sense. Some people don't really care, don't notice, or don't think it does, but it does help because these things get fucking hot. Really hot. Also, grind the tips of your screwdrivers like I do. I made a video about that. That way you don't freaking round the ends off and end up stripping out your screws. Use good quality Allen keys too. Don't use dollar store Allen keys or anything like that. Get like a set from Jet Tools or something like that. That's what I use. And sadly, these engines actually do run pretty good if you put an OS carburetor on them. The factory single needle carbs aren't bad, but these are, with the OS carb on these, correct fuel about 14% oil, maybe 15, or backyard basher, add your own castor oil to it. They actually run quite well and actually perform pretty decent. If you ever come across one that's new, don't be afraid to run it, but just keep in mind, get yourself a little bottle of Klotz castor oil and add some to your fuel to keep from brassing the sleeve. There. It's gonna feel like it has, oh geez, even with oil all over the piston it still feels terrible. That's pretty bad. That's terrible, terrible, terrible. Actually, I'm not gonna bother putting the carburetor back on because it's already screwed up anyways, but that's alright. And I'm gonna just plug off the ports and line up our, I don't know where the screws are for the back of this, but I don't think they came with it. But spin that, it'll click in. There's 4 screws that go here. I'm going to plug these off with some paper towel so no shite gets in there. And throw this carburetor in the junk bin. Don't lose those screws. Anyways, guys, so hopefully that helps some of you guys out with the HPI 12 or 15 Nitro Star engine. If you've never had one apart and weren't sure on what to look for, now you know. Anyways, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on burning nitro out there. Like I said, it's damn, it's just starting to rain again now. Shit. Okay, well, I guess no more break-in for me today. Hold tight. I promise there will be a break-in video. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm trying here. The weather's the shits. Anyways, guys, take it easy.